An hour and 45 has absolutely flown by. Now I have 15 minutes to plate up, and I know this is where everything counts. I know that I've let myself down with the meringue. It's too thick. But my granita and pumpkin slices are absolutely amazing. I just get my dishes up in the nick of time. Walking my dish up to the judges, I know today is going to be a tough verdict. You know, I've had a great experience in MasterChef. My life has changed now, I know that. At the end of the day, I just want to win. I think it's within my grasp.
Linton, 2 points in front of Emma. How nervous are you?
I'm terribly nervous. That was a really tough cook for me. Emma and I were neck and neck the whole way. But yeah, that cook definitely pushed me to my limits in every skill set I had.
And you've given everything, your voice included.
Yeah, I've put everything into that cook.
What do you think your sister would say to you now,
She'd be as proud as anything.
The last time you saw your sister and your mum, your cooking's come on in leaps and bounds, so I think they'd be surprised again to see where you are and what you've achieved. It's now time for us to taste.
Thank you very much,
Cheers,
guys. Thank you very much for that, Ben. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you, you too.
Ben, I think you should do the honours.
Cheers.
What do you think of the presentation, Ben?
A little lacking on the grated freeze-dried apple. I think the stamp and the amount of apple could have been better.
Oh well, we'll have to dig in to find the rest, won't we?
Up to you. Well, it's nice and tender anyway. I can get the crunch from the meringue.
Texture's good. Basic flavour's good too.
Ben, what do you think?
Well, I think all in all the flavour's pretty good. I think the cooking of the pumpkin is excellent. I think you really nailed that. It was giving and it's a nice flavour.
Well, we were worried about that, weren't we? And
Yeah.
actually now, when you eat it, there's no trouble at all, is it? He's nailed it.
The pumpkin was excellent.
The balance of flavours is really good. I mean, the granita, I'm surprised that he managed to actually get the texture of it right. And I think it's got a great balance of the sour and the sweet and the thyme. But I'm searching for the crunch of that meringue. That's what I'm missing.
The first mouthful that I got, I didn't get the meringue. So perhaps the meringue, when you plated it, wasn't quite perfectly distributed on top of it.
For me, the curd's got a very, very fine graininess to it, which wasn't there in yours. But overall, you know, absolutely delicious and a really good job.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, that's Linton's dish tasted. I think we should score and then get Emma in and see how she's gone.
Yep.
So the time starts, I've got my cream in there. Doesn't have to be perfect looking. I get my meringue and I break it up and it just snaps into lovely little shards, and I'm really happy with how it's gone. It looks fantastic. I'm a little bit worried about my granita. It's not as icy as Ben's, it's a bit more fluffy. 3 minutes to go. So I'll sprinkle that into the top and I go over to my pumpkin slices. I grate my apple onto the pumpkin, I put my mould onto the pumpkin and I lift it up. And the pumpkin has stuck onto the mould. Tiny little tear in one of the corners. But I don't think I've got time to do another one. I just wipe them down, put them in the box. They're good to go. In the box. Good luck, little fellas. A lot of my destiny is sitting in that box. Let's be honest, of course I'd love to win, but it's hard. 2 points is a lot to make up in a grand finale. Down.
Emma, can I tell you something?
Yeah.
You've been fabulous, funny, slightly quirky through this whole competition, but you brighten up our day when you come in here. And you've had this kind of crazy approach in the kitchen where 1 minute it's going brilliantly well and the next minute it all falls in a heap.
I never thought I was a perfectionist, but I think I do like things a particular way.
How do you feel when you cook?
It just brings up everything. It's everything, it's my universe. And I just love not just the finished product, but right from the beginning. That's what I love. You know, we start from nothing and end with nothing. It's what we make in the middle of it.
We've loved every single moment, and it's fingers crossed now.
Thank you. Thanks for the wild ride, guys. Thanks, guys.
Ben? Little tear in the corner of ours.
Oh. Not on ours, but it's a little uneven.
Yep.
Right, let's taste.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, listen to that.
Sounds like the real deal.
Oh, crunchy bits.
Yeah, straight away you can hear it coming.
Crunchy. Did you hear that?
Straight into crunch. Ben, what do you think?
The biggest difference I noticed when I first took my first mouthful was that the meringue was excellent, and that seemed to be the right amount to me.
Just that sound when you crack in and you hear the meringue cracking like ice on a thin puddle is beautiful.
The consistency of that curd is brilliant, and it carries the flavour. It's that creamy feel in your mouth that then counteracts the granita, the crunch of the meringue, and it lingers. I mean, my palate is salivating. It's beautiful.
The negatives for me, one, the same as Linton. The presentation when you lift the lid was not quite there.
Yeah, I think presentation with this one again was a problem. The tear on the top does detract from the look of the dish when you open it.
And I think that granita is a lot more acidic than Linton's.
It's not a huge detraction, but we're not talking about a huge difference.
No.
You know, if it costs you a point across 4 people, that can be the difference between winning the title and losing it. You know what this means? Finish that goes to the wire, all the way to the wire.
Can she make enough points up?
Yeah.
Shall we score?
Let's.
Time starts, and the first thing I need to do is chop up my nougat. Next thing I need to do is get 4 bowls ready, put the almond praline, the nougat, and the soaked muscatels in each bowl. Then I need to fold through the chocolate ganache so I can plate up each individual portion.
Oh, nice bread. Really nice.
I can't watch this part. This is getting intense.
I'm trying to be very delicate with the shards. It's important that they stand up straight or the dish won't look like Peter Gilmore's.
Well done, bread.
Take your time. You've got plenty of time. Don't rush.
You know what? I think this dish looks really good. I've worked so hard to get to this point, and I can't believe that I managed to do it.
Good luck, Brent.
Thanks, Flozzle.
The competition's neck and neck at the moment. I'm 1 point behind. It all comes down to this one dish. And now it's in the hands of the judges. I've done everything I can do.
Oh, look at this.
Wow.
That looks like a clipper, like a sailing ship. It looks absolutely stunning from here.
Wow.
What a day.
Would that be the most frantic cook you've had in your time, MasterChef?
By a country mile. That was so much harder than I anticipated, and I anticipated it was going to be very hard. I think it was just about beyond my capabilities. There was plenty of times there where I thought, nah, this is too much. I've got no hope.
It looks sensational. It really does. And you really kept it together most of the day. And if you are under incredible pressure, you didn't show it too much.
Yeah.
Which is pretty impressive.
Well, Brent, we have to now taste and decide whether you or Laura is the MasterChef of 2014. Thank you.
Thank you. Enjoy.
I think Brent's done an amazing job by the look of it. Looks like all those elements are actually cut up on the bottom and well put together. He is missing a sheet, but, you know, what an effort.
Yeah.
So I think really the best way is just to get in there and taste it.
Yeah.
Start sheet's lovely. Lovely,
Tastes good.
clear and oh yeah. That's good.
Oh, those almonds are good.
Yeah.
Oh, they're perfect.
How good is that nougat? The thyme flavour, the thyme honey flavour in there is so strong. It's beautiful.
The texture of that nougat is right.
It's chewy,
Yep. Wow.
and the flavour that comes through with the Oloroso is delicious.
The flavour's spot on. As an eating experience, this is very, very impressive. The whole experience is quite rounded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Incredible. I mean, you know, first time I've ever seen this dessert and ever done some of these techniques. Incredibly impressive.
Should we score?
Yes.
Okay, Laura, you've got 20 minutes to put these desserts up. Can't wait to taste them.
Thank you. Peter Gilmore is one of the best chefs in Australia. I want to do justice to his dish, so I need to make it as beautiful as possible.
Everything's looking really good, Bella.
Thanks. I know that if I make it look as beautiful as possible, there's really nothing stopping me from winning.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go. First thing I do is pipe the Oloroso caramel on the bottom. The next thing I need to do is plate up the chocolate-covered nougat. Watching Laura plate up, I think she knows what she's doing, but she puts a log of nougat on each plate, which I think is a bit peculiar.
She needs to cut them, doesn't she?
She hasn't chopped up her chocolate-covered nougat. It's still in fundamentally a brick. And this is going to be really difficult to eat. Watching Laura plate up, I'm a little bit concerned. I don't think she's really read through the presentation process. She hasn't chopped up her chocolate-covered nougat. I hope that she's thought about how this is going to eat.
This is so hard.
Come on, Laura, you can do it.
You can do it, Laura.
Come on, let's go.
That's it. You got time to do a bit of patching?
It's not tradie life, Dad. Looking at my dish all assembled, I think, yeah, I'd eat that.
Wow.
Well done, sweetie.
It looks pretty damn good. All right, done.
Fantastic. Oh.
This has seriously been the hardest thing I've ever done. I'm seriously proud of myself. I don't know what Brent's done, but for me, I've done the best that I can, and that's all I can do.
Look at that.
Peter? You're welcome. And Matt.
Wow.
Oh, Laura! Oh my God! Look at this.
I don't know.
I can't believe it. I cannot
Wow.
believe it. Wow. How do you feel?
Much better now.
Much better.
Yeah, very happy.
I'll tell you, 15 minutes before you finished, I had no idea that you were going to be able to put up this.
Same.
My God. You know what? You just didn't give up.
You know, speaking on behalf of all the boys, I'm super pleased that you managed to put up what you have.
Thank you.
And I think you should leave us to taste, don't
Thank you. Hope you like it.
Well done, Laura.
Thank you, Peter.
How shiny
Yeah,
is
it's amazing.
this chocolate?
It's amazing.
Like you can see your reflections in it.
Considering the pressure she was under when she did that, it was incredible. There's not as many sheets, so.
Yeah, you know what it is? It's a bit chunkier than Peter's.
It is, yeah.
And that isn't the wafer that we're looking for.
The thing that's obvious is that all of us have got a big bar of that nougat on the bottom, which is not your dish, Peter. Yours was broken up into little 1 centimetre pieces, you know, which was mixed in with those muscatels. So it is very, very different.
Well, let's see how it tastes. Okay, I see what you mean about the bar. I can't break that.
Oh, yeah.
Nougat itself is supposed to be cut up in very small pieces. The muscatel raisins, the caramelised salted almonds with the Oloroso caramel, all of those components need to be quite loose, and the ganache needs to enrobe them so that when you cut through, you get a mouthful of everything. Look, it is different. Why didn't she just cut it up when she was putting it together?
That's all she had to do. Was cut it up.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, you know, the things that ping for me are the muscatels, you know, so those beautiful raisins.
And muscatels are great.
I love the Oloroso caramel on the bottom. It's yummy and it's buttery and it's just super beautiful.
I want to finish on a positive, and I want to say, you know, through adversity, she put up a fabulous dessert. It may not be your version, but just making it look so beautiful, I think, is an absolute triumph.
As a eating experience, it's not quite the same.
Yeah. It just lacks some of the lightness of touch.
And then how does it eat?
Yeah.
You know, really for me, that's how it comes down.
You know, it's like, you know, I'm swayed, I'm like this at the minute. I don't know where to go.
Well, George, I'm going to be like you in a pressure test. George, you've got to make a decision. You've got 10 seconds left to score this dish. Time starts now.
Let's do it.
You know what I love? You know what I love about this tasting is that we're giving our 2 finalists an incredibly complex dessert, and because of that, it's an incredibly complex decision. Let's go outside, let's reveal our scores, and let's crown the MasterChef 2014.
Let's do it.
I've never cooked anything like this before. It's something that I still can't really comprehend. It's just a crazy dish, and I cannot believe that I've done it.
Nice, Billy.
I managed to complete every element in Heston's recipe, even the shiny golden sugar ball.
Amazing, Billy.
Wow.
Good on you, Bill.
It's sort of come together and it looks really quite pretty on the plate. I may be 4 points behind, but hopefully I've done enough to have a shot at catching up to Georgia.
Good luck, Billy.
Thanks, Josh. This experience has been like nothing I've ever done in my life. I've learned so much about food, and I've sort of learned so much about myself. I'll never ever forget it. I'll always remember the experience. It's just priceless.
Nice. Great. Billy, we have to say that your courage, your calm under an enormous amount of stress is absolutely inspirational. It really is. I think we're all just amazed how you worked through that whole challenge, and a marathon it was. Heston said earlier that there's not a culinary competition in the world that would ask you to reproduce a dish like that kind of complexity in 5 hours. And you've done it. That's incredible. How does it feel?
I cannot think of another time in my life where I've felt that happy or even feeling that amount of pressure, but then that still makes me happy. I don't know, it just shows that's what I really want to do. And, you know, it feels really calming to know that, because I think when I came here I didn't have that, you know, really hard, fast thought in my head of what I wanted to do, and I really know it now. And that just feels so comforting.
Tell you what, there's an awful lot of people, aspiring professional chefs out there that can learn a lot from what you've just done.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have professional chefs come into the kitchen after 3 days of blown sugar spheres, they still don't get it. And to get it right, it normally takes about 2 months. You managed to get one out in that hour, which is incredible.
Thanks.
Blow my socks off.
Time for us to taste. Well done, Billy.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thanks, Heston.
Wow, 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 wow. That looks spectacular.
So beautiful, really beautiful. Are you surprised, Heston?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I am. Totally.
And nothing missing on the plate either.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
I'm a bit lost for words. I'm not normally lost for words, but I just think that's amazing. And you know, she's got so much ground to make up. 4 points is a long way to come back from, but gee, she is diving for that tape, isn't she?
Absolutely.
Amazing.
I don't really know what to say. You know, with this dish, I knew that, I mean, it was such a big challenge, but for someone who's never seen that dish before, and amateur cook, a little bit gobsmacked. The fluid gels he's done brilliantly.
Yeah.
Note for note with yours, I think, probably. How's that sugar ball, Heston?
I think she's done an amazing job. Yeah, she's some kind of superwoman. It's incredible. Whatever happens, she has a big future ahead of her.
I think, given the difficulty of the challenge, that may well have been the best individual cook we've ever seen in the MasterChef kitchen. I can't think of something where the heights of the scale have been so high and the end result's been so good. That's put her right back in the hunt for the title, isn't it? Right back in the hunt.
Right, shall we score?
I'm really proud of what I've done today. I gave it my best shot and I'm pretty happy with the outcome.
Beautiful, unbelievable.
To compensate for the missing sugar ball, I'm going to plate up 2 of the chocolate balls so that the plate balances and that it doesn't differ too much from Heston's. I know not having that sugar ball is going to cost me points, and I'm not 100% sure how the fluid gel is going to work out, but I'm thrilled with all my other elements. I think I'm ready. This is the last time that I'm going to walk into the tasting room, and it's sad, but it's exciting. 5 hours and 15 minutes it took to create this one plate of food, and that's a big sum in your head when you think about it.
How are they looking? All right?
Good.
Great.
It was all worth it. It was blood, sweat and tears, literally, but it was worth it.
Oh, Georgia, that was insane.
It's so painful. That was really hard.
That moment where we had the issue with the fluid gel and then it really got to you. At one point, I wasn't sure if you were going to finish.
Yeah, I didn't think I was either.
What you did was you pulled yourself out. That quality you don't see very often in chefs, in professional chefs. And it came shining through today. That was the thing that really, really wowed me.
Thank you, Heston. It means a lot. It's amazing.
How important was it for you to share today with your family?
Oh, just... they've always believed in me, my family, and I love them to bits. I wouldn't be the person that I am without them. Good things and bad, and I think that I've always had a dream in my family and never given up on that. They've always said that you can do anything, and it was me that said I couldn't do it. And now they're saying, like, well, we knew you could do this. And all I had to do was believe in myself, and I did it. And it's unbelievable.
Whatever happens, what you've done is, I think, is just fantastic.
Thank you. It's amazing. Amazing.
Georgia, time for us to taste.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Georgia.
God, this is hard. You put all those elements together, there's a balance. And a chocolate sphere, the delicacy and the thinness of the chocolate itself is incredible.
But there's a couple of issues there.
Yeah.
She didn't put a sugar sphere, and the fluid gel is grainy.
This dish is all about, for me, subtlety and finesse. And that's, the flavours are great. There's lots of, toasty, roasty, all those things that we love. But I think there are some significant errors on this plate, but there's also some really good stuff going on.
Well, also at this point, Georgia was sitting on a 4-point lead. Now we've tasted it, how close is that lead? Does she have a lead at all?
It's tricky.
It is tricky. Whether the things that she's done really well are enough to keep her in the lead. I know what score I'm going to pop in that folder. I don't know about you guys.
Let's do it.
Toughest pressure test ever. One of the best cooks I think we've ever seen in this MasterChef kitchen. One question remains. Has Billy caught Georgia? Has Georgia stayed in the lead?
There's a couple of steps in here that's telling me to seal this egg with the excess chocolate.
Got it, mate, come on!
I don't have time to do that. I need to finish this thing off and get it on the plate, otherwise it's not going to be there. What? I need to take it over to the liquid nitrogen right now. What's he doing?
I think it's just not going to do it.
Oh my God, Matt just totally skipped the final sealing step. And he better pray to God that that thing holds together.
For the last time, 30 seconds!
All of my elements are done. I know I still have to plate up the egg, but I see Matt running over to the liquid nitrogen station.
What do I do?
He looks a little bit lost as to what he's supposed to do next. I'm just gonna help him. Yeah, put it on there so it doesn't ruin the rest of his stuff. Glove on, and just a tiny spoon of this over the top. Yep.
Oh, Lena, she's helping him.
Yep, just over the top. Yep. That's it.
Can't believe it. I've got every element up. This is going to come together. This is going to happen.
This is it! 10 seconds! 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1,
It's pretty awesome to have just completed that marathon. happens from here is in the hands of the food gods, I think, as the judges say.
We've been through the biggest test here in this kitchen on MasterChef. It's something you can never explain to someone. You don't know what it's like until you're in there, in the thick of it, feeling it closing on you. It's one hell of a thing.
Oh, no. I think you missed something. What did you forget?
Well done, guys.
Thank you,
That was
Ashley.
very, very tight. Well done.
What's wrong?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
It's opened up, isn't it? It's opened up.
Yeah.
I'm gutted. It's not finished. I'm just really disappointed. Yep. Just really disappointed.
Doesn't matter, mate.
Maddie.
You will win it anyway.
It's pretty difficult to put everything into that, and then what you're left with is not satisfactory.
Well done, son. Good on you, mate.
Well done, Matty. We're so proud of you, mate.
Just want to go home.
Yeah. Buddy. Finished.
Not correctly sealing the egg is definitely going to cost me points. But I've got every element on that plate. And with a 3-point lead, I'm still in this.
Wow, Matt. Hardest thing you've ever done?
Yeah, big time.
How do you feel?
No, it's all good. It's all good.
You know, that is an incredibly tough challenge. You know, if you put that dish, that recipe in front of any chef in the world, I guarantee you there'll be some struggles, for sure. And you've just put it up. May not be perfect, but we're absolutely proud as Punch of the way you handled yourself through what was a marathon.
You had a kind of tunnel vision at one point where you could see only what was right in front of your eyes. And you pulled yourself out of it. That's a hard thing to do. And that, to me, is a pretty impressive.
What do you want us to remember about you as a person, from this plate of food?
How much I love doing that. how much I love food. Just plain and simple.
You know what, Matt? We can see the passion, we can see how much you want it. We'll taste, and we'll see you soon.
Okay, thank you.
Look, obviously there's a few little mistakes there.
It's open. Give it a crack.
That looks like an egg, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Beautiful. Hey?
Well, that was a great dish.
Yeah.
To eat as a whole, he did a fantastic job. It surprised me. He showed great ability to dig deep and pull himself out of a position where I didn't think he would be able to plate that thing up.
Yeah.
And, you know, what we were extremely worried about, that panna cotta, he's got the texture of boiled egg white.
But really nicely cooked egg white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A dish like this is all about presentation as much as the flavour. So, for me, the split egg at the end of time, that's a significant problem.
The eggshell wasn't tempered. It's going to make it very, very difficult to score.
Like we said, it's all about that final presentation, that you don't get that discovery of what's inside. And it just shows how fragile the whole process is. And, you know, you've got to go right to the end to pull it off.
Shall we score?
Yeah.
I can't believe that I've plated something so beautifully and delicately. Somehow I found the belief inside myself to say that I could do it. I'm not nervous anymore. I'm not fearful. I'm proud and grateful.
Wow. What a day. I mean, not only having your family in the building, a couple of pretty amazing chefs. What could you say?
Yeah, I'm just so thrilled that I didn't miss a thing. I'm really proud.
There's a whole batch of things there that could have gone horribly wrong. And he put a pretty looking egg up on its nest. Amazing.
Melina, now it's time for us to taste.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Even at this distance, and I am a fair way away, I can see the egg looks like an egg and the nest looks wonderfully golden. So, I mean, I think that's an amazing job she's done.
That's an egg.
Certainly, yes.
Hey?
Look at that.
From a visual, the chocolate work does look slightly thick.
It's thinner on this side than this side.
Yeah.
The egg. Having said that, I don't think there's much else I can actually fault on that.
Yeah.
Balance of the flavours, I thought were delicious.
This is food that the experience is so much more in the visual of it, as well as the flavour. You know, we always say in this kitchen, flavour always wins, yeah? But this is the grand finale. It's a dish that it's got to evoke that feeling, you know, and we got that with Alina because the egg was sealed, the crack was there, so big tick. That's awesome.
This one just had more impact.
It did, didn't it?
You know, delivered more texturally, and it seemed a little bit bolder to me.
For the last time this year, let's score.
I think that's right. That's right.
It's pretty freaky, isn't it? When you think about it, these are amateur cooks cooking a dish that belongs in a 3-star restaurant in 5.5 hours.
I mean, you wouldn't find something this technical in a lot of 3-stars.
No.
Let's go and reveal who's becoming